Views expressed on STPP are solely our own and do not reflect those of our employers or affiliated organizations. Listener discretion is advised.
Well, a good half hour, 45 minutes later.
All right.
It's all on me. Great. Fantastic.
It'll be all right.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. The tiling of this group is bugging the shit out of me right now. Why am I all the way down here on the Brady Bunch thing here? I'm fixing this. That didn't work, whatever. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome to Save the Plant Podcast. I'm Keith.
I'm Jack.
I'm Dwayne Lee.
And our producer is joining us in just the second episode he's ever produced. And honestly, he's doing a really good job as it is. Jedi is here again.
Thank you. And hi, everybody.
We're not doing another battle today. I do not feel like it. That was, you can't hit lightning in a bottle twice. It is not happening.
It's all good. It's all good.
We're getting through, man. We're getting through. Hell, this episode wasn't even supposed to be till next week. But due to some sickness going around with me, how I feel right now, we're here and we're now a day late for this week, but we're here, baby.
Still here regardless.
Regardless of me feeling like death and still got that residual feel today. Ugh.
Well, it keeps happening.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Sometimes you get sick.
So that's just me. That's just me being a little weenie head junior there. So how y'all been doing this past week?
Pretty good.
Who wants to go first?
I don't know. I heard a bunch of and I was like, oh, is that the answers we're doing today? All right, cool. This is a talking show. No one else is going to talk.
I'll go next. Rip. I mean, it's been a decent week so far. Just trying to get my work done early so I can take a couple extra days off. As we were talking about before we started recording tonight before the show, me and my bonus son decided to do the Hot Ones challenge because I ordered season 27's Hot Ones sauces, and we had some very hot wings. Well, he had hot chicken nuggets, but I had some very hot wings, and it got rough. It got really bad.
I love hot wings.
I remember the last time I was down at your place, Jack. We tried to do some of that. I couldn't get past 2. I can't do it anymore, man. I think if it was just 10 years ago and I was really down into it, down good, and before I had lost my gallbladder and my mouth got all not great in terms of me not taking care of it or whatnot, that's neither here nor there. I think I could have got up to 5 or 6 realistically. Or what is the scale? Is it 1 through 10, or is there only like 7 or 8? Oh, it is 10?
No, there's 10. Yeah.
Okay, I think I could have got up to maybe 6 or 5 or 6 realistically. I won't try to overshoot, but I think right in the middle there I could have withstood. Last time even then I got to 2, I was like, good God, what is that? and that's a tame one, man. I felt like such a.
They're raw.
They make those very spicy.
Oh, tell me about it. Good
Yeah,
grief.
like I said, I was telling you earlier, the last sauce on this lineup, as far as Scovilles go, like a jalapeno is 300 Scoville. This last sauce was 6 million.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Holy shit.
No, not 6 million. It was 2.6 million, but still, 2.6 million Scoville. It was hot.
Yeah, no
I bet it was
kidding.
like even like the atomic bomb.
Oh,
The bomb was number 8, and it's what starts you on the journey of your mouth just feeling like it's on fire.
Yeah.
The bomb, and even it was Macaulay Culkin that said it with the bomb, is it's like a novelty. It's not really a sauce that you would ever want. So just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put some of that on this. No, it's specifically for doing the hot ones challenge. There ain't a person in their right mind that would eat that any other time in doing the hot ones
No.
challenge.
you would be mentally insane if you tried to do that tried to do that.
Yeah, I love hot wings, but like I was telling you before, Jack, my dad, the military dad, would go straight for the hottest hot wings. And when I was a kid, like 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, he was bringing me big plates of hot wings and stuff, and we'd be watching like Predator
and,
or Alien.
and difference
some action
between
movie or
going from
something.
5, 6, 7, 8 years old.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he'd let me try it when I was younger, but as far as I can recall, I mean, it was like really young, like 8, 9, 10 and up. And, I mean, I wouldn't want to eat the shit that you guys just ate. Like, if you come into it sometime, I might try that challenge with you, and I'll probably do all right. But that's not something I want to just do for fun. So, when it's a novelty, I believe that.
At that high, I wouldn't want to do it when I was 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, or if I'm like 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, or if I'm 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Forget that noise, dog. Why don't we just name all the numbers, huh? Start from
My
zero.
dad never made me eat no like ghost pepper stuff or nothing crazy, but he would get some pretty damn hot wings, and we would. I mean, I'm talking about like a plate of 21 a piece, like him, a big plate, and he would just bring me the same size plate. I'm like a little kid, and he's bringing me big plates of hot wings, and then to top it off, he would get a big tub of like chocolate ice cream, and we'd just eat these big bowls of chocolate ice cream afterwards.
That's cool, though. You get that many
Yeah, that is.
things of hot and then just a big old thing of ice
He
cream
only got,
after.
like, extremely hot wings, though.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, but the
It wasn't
payoff is
nothing
to
like
eat.
this. Sorry.
I was just going to say the payoff is to eat all that ice cream.
Facts.
Yeah.
That actually made me think of the time I ended up getting some of these chicken fries from the store. For the first time, like, I did not realize that I ended up getting like the spicy chicken fries, and whenever I ended up making them and I tried them, I was like, oh, these are spicy. And I just kept on eating them, and I'm just like, why is it so spicy? It hurts so good.
Yeah, like you're not paying
was like-
attention, and you're just all of a sudden realize, oh, it's spicy food. What the heck was I thinking? Continue eating.
I was just literally thinking it hurts so good.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah,
So hot, but it's so good, I can't stop.
like literally that was me that day that I got the chicken fries. But I mean, even though it had that like spiciness and zing to it, it was still good though. But would I get it again? Probably. If I was in a spicy mood.
That's the
Very
sad thing about a lot of hot stuff is that it tastes really good, but the pain it really depends on your pain tolerance. Like, yeah, it could be amazing, but if it hurts, I don't want to deal with that again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And see me, I'm one of those. I like to just challenge myself on spicy stuff. And I'm one of those. I'll eat anything. I'll try any food once,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
if it's good, then great. Like I'll try any damn thing. So yeah, with the wings and I love spicy food anyway. I'm one of those. I'm always putting Tabasco sauce on stuff and things like that. So yeah, I like just challenging myself with hot sauces.
So
People probably look at me like I'm crazy though.
you are crazy.
I just want to point out, if you're
Man.
watching the video version, Jedi, I know you can't help it, but where I guess the internet's whatnot, your camera did something really freaking freaky that I just looked up and noticed. So, you know how, like in Jacob's Ladder or in Silent Hill, you got those, like, bobblehead demons or whatnot? Or
The shaking faces.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, I look up and all of a sudden Jedi's face just goes, duck, 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 duck. I'm just like, the
did this podcast turn into like a horror movie all of a sudden?
dude, from the first minute we all got in here, like 2 hours ago, it's been a horror movie. What are you talking about? It's only now it's
And
starting
you're
to
the one
spread.
that's sick.
I know, that's
And
why
you're
it's
the
a
one
horror
that's
film.
sick. So like, if your fever spikes and we throw you in some water, you're going to end up pulling some Jacob's Ladder.
Maybe. I can't.
Right?
It is one of my favorite movies, so that's a possibility. Good reference, by the way. But I have a trash can here just in case I have to like go off screen and go, you know. Well, today's episode, once again, as previously mentioned, where Jedi is our producer now, I let him just choose the topics and everything. I wanted to see what his ideas he could come up with and whatnot. So basically, anything from this point on is his show. The ideas are basically his ideas from the topics we're going to talk about to the mini discuss or destroy, possibly, depending on timing, to the advice. So, again, credit to credit to producer Jedi for coming in there, working as he could be and helping out the show as possible.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to say this before we really get into like the thick of things with this podcast.
Of course.
I do want to say that I really appreciate all of you for thinking of me and wanting me to be the producer of this podcast. Like, I never really done anything like this before. It's like something entirely new. So I'm very happy to have been able to take the leap and do something that is completely out of my comfort zone. And I hope I don't let y'all down. And I just want to do my absolute very best with this. So thank you.
I have all the faith in the world in you, Jedi.
Yeah, no doubt.
I have more faith in you than I have in myself.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that. If I wanted anybody steering, if I wanted anybody steering this ship, it'd be you. So, yeah.
Yeah, dog. And where I'm busy so much doing other things like this, I can't fully 100% continue like we were doing. So having a little help for sure is definitely going to be appreciated, especially on weeks like this. Holy cow.
Yeah.
So from here on out, this is all you. Now, the first thing I'm going to steer now in terms of steering the ship, quote unquote, for this episode, I'm still going to bring the stuff up, but the ideas come from you. I'm just saying. I'm taking your credit, damn it. From here on out, it was all me. You hear that? You hear that, world? It was all me. Oh no. So one of the things he brought up was inspirations, and it's very curious as to who are some of the people we look up to or we've looked up to as inspirations in life. That could be family, just friends, celebrity figures. Just I'll go last here because I really haven't thought about it till now. Y'all go ahead and think. Say who might be some inspirations to you all. And honestly, I think the best place to start is with the guy that freaking made the thing. So Jedi, who are some of your inspirations doing what you do in terms of Twitch, in terms of cosplay and stuff? Who are some of your inspirations there?
Well, the first thing I could really think of, like straight offhand, is like for my inspirations for picking up the guitar and learning how to play it. Honestly, for like real life people in my family, both my older brothers and my dad, uh, all three of them, they're like far better guitarists than me, but they honestly kind of pushed me into picking up the six string and trying to learn the thing, and I've gotten better over the years. I'm still nowhere near where they are, but I'm been trying to get better at it and whatnot. Even though people still say I'm good, but I'm nowhere near their level though. But like celebrity figures, since I'm more of like a rhythm guitarist, two like big guitarists that I can really think of rhythm wise is both Malcolm Young of AC/DC and James Hetfield of Metallica. And speaking of James Hetfield, I got his ESP Explorer right behind me, truth be told. And then it's actually a replica of his Explorer that I got off of my older brother. But those two I can really think of when it comes to like guitar playing. And then as far as inspirations go for like me doing YouTube and Twitch, on the Twitch aspect, it's one of the people that kind of motivated me to do it was Jared of Avalanche Reviews. Like, uh, just hanging out in some of his previous YouTube streams and Twitch streams that he used to do. Like he sort of gave me that little push on actually putting myself out there on Twitch. And first time I ever started was back in 2019, and here we are in 2026. I'm still doing the thing. And then, of course, in like as far as like close personal connections go, like inspiration wise, it's our man Keith right down there. He was the other push that got me into streaming, and of course he gave me advice on like make myself more vocal and just mainly just keep on talking. And so I kept on talking, and I still remember one of the first words I ever said on one of the very first Twitch streams I ever done, and it was for the Resident Evil remake. It was the Resident Evil remake. And whenever I seen one of the dogs that you have to face off against in that game, the first words I ever said was, "Oh hell no!" Like I was literally like, "Oh hell no!" And and since then, I just started speaking up and just kind of progressed on through my Twitch journey, and I started to upgrade everything. I started to be more accustomed to like the Twitch etiquette and whatnot. And then eventually it led me into posting YouTube videos up on there and sort of expanded my craft a little bit. And then another side of that, like with the YouTube side, I feel like two of the big people that kind of inspired me to do what I do now is both Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. Like, I don't know, like it was something about their personalities and like how genuine they are. It sort of it was sort of inspiration for me, and I was just like, I kind of want to do that. And so it led me down to the road I'm currently at now. So it's been a lot of fun. I've had a very good time with this YouTube and Twitch journey. And as far as cosplays go, I don't know. There's definitely quite a bit of them that I could really think of. I know one of them is like T Stunning Spidey. He's sort of like one of my inspirations for cosplaying as Spider-Man. And not only like this dude is like a big Spider-Man fan, but he is also like a really big Stone Cold Steve Austin fan.
Oh, hell yeah.
I figured you would like that one. I figured you would like that one.
What?
And I've followed him for like several years now. And,
What?
he's a really good cosplayer. Like a good Spider-Man cosplayer. He cosplayed as a Power Ranger as well, and
What?
he's another one that I looked up to. And then as far as like me cosplaying as Batman, because both Spider-Man and Batman are like my two main characters that I cosplay as, I would say it is Kevin Porter, because I actually seen him in a fan video. I can't remember how long ago it was. It was like a long time ago, and I was just thinking it would be so cool to like cosplay as Batman, and then eventually I was able to cosplay as Batman. I was able to get a few different suits, a few different variations of armor, and eventually get a few cows. I still got my own only cape that I've been using for some of my thrown together bat suits, but eventually I would like to do something more screen accurate to like how it looks in the movie. And truth be told, I actually do have another variant of Batman I want to cosplay as this year, and that is Absolute Batman.
Ooh.
Mm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got that one lined up, and then I also want to cosplay as Green Lantern and David Cornsweat Superman.
I hear you. That's a lot of inspirations.
I want to cosplay as a Helldivers 2 Chaos Diver.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
That's what I do when I stream. I Helldivers 2 is Chaos Dive.
Now that you brought that up, I'm pretty sure that there's actually a company that I follow. I think they're called like Cybercraft or something. They actually make helmets, and I've actually seen them make like Helldiver helmets. They look really good. They make Helldiver helmets, Star Wars helmets, and like several other different helmets, and they look really good.
But you brought up that you crossplay, my God, cosplay as a Helldiver. What about your inspirations there, Dwayne?
Oh, I have inspirations. Sure. Actually, speaking of James Hetfield, and you were talking about him being one of your inspirations, Jedi. I always wanted, like, I practiced every fucking thing when I was a kid that James Hetfield ever sang. One of my favorites was, I don't know, I always wanted to play guitar and sing like he did, but yeah. I'm not very good at guitar. So, however, I can sing a whole lot of their stuff fairly well. And I don't know now. It's been a long time since I even tried to sing a Metallica song. But that was one of my biggest inspirations to ever sing prior to, like, after the fact of, like, when I was really young. Like, I mean, my mom, it was like the 80s, so my mom would drive around while I was like a little kid. Like, as far as I can remember, like 4, 5, 6, 7 and up, she would like drive me around and like be listening to rock and pop and 80s hair band. I mean, from Michael Jackson to like like, I don't know, journey. Um, yeah, Elton John, flipping Def Leppard, it's 80s rock and pop that I don't even like. I mean, I know some of it. I still, to this day, some of the she's listened to, I couldn't tell you. But if you turned on the radio back in the 80s and you just listened to a channel, all that,
Yeah.
I mean, from like Whip It Good, it's like that. But other than that, I would say, like, I don't know, as far as like, I guess my dad would be one of my biggest inspirations, and in a way, because he was saying a pretty deal, and he ended up going to any of his dreams he set aside and just went to the military. And then when he got out of the military, he just worked himself in factories for years. But he always made sure he may not have always been the nicest or even made the best choices. But I'm still alive, and I just hope I do as even anywhere close to a good enough job as he did, as far as like that goes, anyway.
Yeah, man. And no one's perfect,
Yeah. And then as far as like being any kind of a social media persona or whatever, or having any kind of social media presence, I don't really have any huge inspirations. I just kind of started posting on Facebook, and then realized that I could live stream, and never even tried to do it. I mean, I knew how to and everything, but I was like, even though I was singing in bands and stuff, it's one thing to sing in a band and a different thing to live stream all the time. But honestly, all the random, not even random, like, I guess my social media community, there's random friends that I'd have never even met in my whole life, but I know them because I talk to them so often, or see their posting so often like that, and they comment back, and just weird random ways you just meet random on the internet, excuse my language. But
Oh no.
and they convinced me to live stream. I still don't even have a huge live stream base. I have like on Twitch I made affiliate, but I probably won't get to like benefit a whole lot from it because of the fact that like I have only 70 followers and they erratically watch, so it's not like I have like 70 people on there at one time.
Hey,
I haven't yet anyway.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. On YouTube, KGX3 only has like 120 subscribers or whatnot, and I've had that available for 15 years, so don't feel bad at all.
And I swear to God,
Love the
TikTok
inconsistency.
throttles me like bad. I don't know why, but I really do feel like TikTok throttles me bad because I post a lot of really cool Helldivers, and like it's that I really do. When you're watching it, it's what that I'm accomplishing on the game. I'm doing crazy that like other people post, and they're getting like thousands of views. And the people I do know that like Helldivers, that the algorithm or whatever actually pushes out to the people that I actually know that actually like that, they love it. They like eat it up. But it feels like that's like the only 40 to 100 that they allow to even see it.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like years went by and I can't get past that. So it's with all the inspiration I have from watching other people telling me that I'm doing a good job to keep going. That's kind of inspiring to me. Even though it feels like that I'm fighting against something just to get a lot of people to view it. I don't know.
That makes sense.
I definitely felt that a lot.
Yeah, well, I think in terms of that, the reason why that is probably just because of how many people are posting potentially the same kind of content. So it could be TikTok trying to figure out, and of course, things, the algorithm like TikToks, YouTubes, whatnot, both not the same, but also kind of work the same-ish in terms of like trying to weed out stuff that it feels may not be, quality or of a certain quality. And maybe it's just missing or completely just up or something.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think that they should just push it out as many people as possible because they're basically using me as an employee, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're using it's my artistic work, they call content, and if it's worth them using it, then it should be pushed out as many people as possible.
Oh, yeah.
As long as I'm not like talking about or doing anything that obviously shouldn't because it breaks the rules. As long as I'm within all the rules and everything, it should be just pushed out as far as possible and as to many people as possible.
Oh, yeah. I'm
trust pretty
me.
sure if they allowed like 6,000 people to see I guarantee you at least half to a quarter of those, if I even get a quarter of those that like it's more than quality content.
Oh, no, trust me. I completely agree with you.
I'm telling you, I know that TikTok is only pushing my out to maybe 500 to 1,000 people because I actually look at my analytics and it doesn't seem like even if I don't do anything wrong and I do all the shit I'm supposed to do right, they're just not doing it. So, and I've seen people with worse quality, same content, worse quality, with a lot better views. Like that, he probably don't even have, these people probably don't even need another job type of, you know what I'm saying? And if they don't really want it, because they actually get pushed out and get the views. And you got to think that if I'm in a niche like Helldivers 2, that's real specific. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of people who even know exactly what that game is. And the people that do are out of maybe the 7 to 10 million or more, possibly, that actually play the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to cut that down to the ones that are only on TikTok. And even if you take a quarter of like 5,000, you don't have, I could literally stay at home and put all of my concentration on that content and make it better.
Oh, no, trust me.
I'm making enough money to where I won't have to worry about it. And imagine if you got more than 5,000 people that like you. You know?
If I could get everyone, or if I could get YouTube by itself free of charge or Spreaker in this case, to show this show to everyone out there, for sure we would get several bites multiple times, at least a quarter of that people. The thing is of where companies are trying to, it sucks for us, but they're trying to maximize their profit based on the people they can already both either market or already have established based on how things used to be. And it really sucks for newer or less known creators in this case, because now you have to fight this uphill battle and possibly put in double the work and make a free hobby, free job that you want to become an actual paying job into an actual paying job that you don't get paid for, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It sucks. And it's unfortunate because everybody and their brothers has complained to YouTube about it, has complained for years and years. It just seems they go in the opposite direction. The way you manage to try to...
They don't want to have to pay all those people.
Right. And the only way to really...
Give me free content. They suck you dry of your content and without paying you because you got to do it for free for so long.
Yeah.
You know?
And the only way to either to circumvent it is either do what they want you to do, because it at the end of the day, it is their website they can manage like that. Even though it is your content, it's their website. They can kind of pick and choose whose content they want to show. Or
they also have to have their own sort of monetization, if you will.
Yeah.
Because they have people that say, "Ooh, I want to invest in YouTube or I want to invest in TikTok." But TikTok, I'll invest millions of dollars into you, but none of this, or I don't like this, or it has to be done this way. And it's so much money. YouTube's going to be like, Well, I'm sure we could figure out a way to do that.
Yeah.
And if you're not in that specific niche or whatever they're looking for, which changes over time because they're going to end up having to have, new donors and different stuff like that, different people who invest in them.
Yeah.
And their investors have an opinion about what they want seen and what's not cool, what is cool, et cetera, et cetera. And if YouTube wants to continue to operate, they probably should listen to their donors and their investors. They're fucking,
They're shareholders. That's the thing. They're going to listen to. They're going
who
to have
knows
to,
what all that is going for.
Yeah, they're going to listen to their
And what it's gonna
shareholders
change to.
more than their
And
content
most of them
creators.
are probably like, what you really want to do is squeeze everybody for as much content as possible before you have to pay them anything.
Yeah, and
So
if
you
they can
get
get
this
away with it, they're going to
miraculously
do it.
crazy amount of, and then you throttle their views so you can control what you want to be seen and what you don't want to be seen.
And the other way that you could circumvent that to help yourself too is to do things like a Patreon or have a way for donations to be given to you, whether it be through Twitch's like donation thing. I think other than like subscribing, you can get donation through bits and stuff. I can't remember. But then like you can also do like PayPal donations and whatnot, stuff like that to kind of help circumvent some of that stuff as well. Because yeah, like you said, like YouTube's going to have their interest in deal with the people that they need to. And when it comes to us little guys or y'all little guys in terms of content, probably just won't be shown unless YouTube can see it and be like, huh, this could go somewhere, or it might match someone else's or whatnot. It's wild. Yeah, so
What are you or Jack inspired by?
this is a very interested in.
Who are we going to go with first?
I don't know, you.
You dummy.
All right. I mean, it really is, as far as inspirations, I can only really think of three different things or people. One goes to, definitely my uncle growing up. My uncle was the one that, he taught me to read before I got to school. He was the one that was into metal music, which is what I ended up getting into. He's always playing video games and stuff too. So, as far as a lot of, my interests and the things I do when I can, stuff like that, that's definitely my uncle holds on that one. But I got still the same answer, Drew had is my dad. I was raised by a single father that busted his to take care of me and my sister, and never really had much help from anybody doing it. And as a lot of our listeners know, I spent many years being a single father myself. So Dad was that inspiration on not giving up on my kids, even when it was hard, and being a dad. But also, my dad was one that taught me to hunt, fish, take care of myself, taught me to cook. Pretty much everything I got into is either around my dad or my uncle. So yeah, those two, definitely were my inspiration to be the person that I am today. And then really my third would, honestly, it's not like one person in particular. It's a group, and that would be the club. Mountain Arts Democracy. And the reason why I say the club is because there's been so many different people that's been in and out of the club that has got me to do things that I never thought I would do. So I'm kind of still in one from Jedi on this one too. So Keith was one of those. When Keith and Noah came to me years ago and said, "Hey, you want to be on a podcast?" I was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
I've never even watched or listened to a podcast in my life, but yeah, I'll do that. And here I am, almost 9 years later, still doing a podcast with Keith. So, that's definitely some inspiration in the what I do.
Y'all really
But
gotta
then,
stop. Quit it.
but but then that's also why I say it's the club in general, because there was people like somebody that's also not in the club anymore, Travis Phillips, got me to where I never thought I would get on a stage and sing a song, but I did several times with him. Um, I was never the kind that thought I could sing or even thought about wanting to get on stage. And people like him and actually people like Keith's uncle, Skinner, um, you know, those are people that got me to break out of that shell that I had and actually go a little step farther into things that I never thought I would do. Uh, so yeah, there's lots of members of the club that's gave me inspiration to do things, and it's usually worked out pretty good. So yeah, that would definitely be my three that I could say is inspiration. Um, just like like I said with the club, there's just so many people from from even Druid, singing with him at get-togethers and stuff and karaoke's and former club members like Minnie Jackson, who just sings her face off all the time and is happy to give any advice and anything else to help you be a better singer. So yeah, just so many people that's been in and out of the club that's inspired me to do things I never thought I would try.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. Love the inspiration talk.
Yeah.
It's inspiring.
Hey. Yeah, that.
So about you?
I got none.
Come on now.
All right.
We all went. It's your turn too.
All right. So, I could not go any further than the first person to talk about is my mom. She raised me, and she wasn't perfect, but like I said, who is? But she did a hell of a job to bring me to who I was, given all her medical problems that she had to deal with. And I would not be here without her, and I love her very much. And she will always be like my number one inspiration. Growing up in school, I actually had a couple friends that inspired me in terms of like creativity and just being who they were. Because I was like, man, that in particular one guy, Aaron, he was really cool in school. Like he could play guitar. Or he still does, not like he's gone or whatever, but, Anyways, like, he could play guitar, he could, like, think right off the top of his head something really funny or whatnot. Very interesting, was, like, liked by everyone in school. I'm just like, man, if there's someone in terms of, like, who I'd like to kind of morph to sort of be like in terms of people liking him or sort of like that talent, that's what I want to do. But half the stuff like the musical aspect or whatnot I didn't really want to do, so I turned more like the video and drawing type stuff, which he was also amazing at. So I kind of look at that towards that. But for me also too, other inspirations, especially in terms of this, like podcasting and YouTube in particular, I got into YouTube very early on. So I don't bring it up a lot because I really actually hate how it started. But I actually started on YouTube doing backyard wrestling videos as a kid. It was like 2007, 2008. Buddies of mine were really into it, and I was extremely into wrestling at that time too. So we tried this backyard wrestling thing on YouTube, and that was really the introduction to it. But like, I really didn't like getting hit, even fake it. And they were starting to get more into the UFC thing and wanting to like actually hit. And they were also growing up and starting to go down paths that I didn't agree with in particular. So when that sort of split, I didn't want to give up on this YouTube thing because I found it very interesting. I love this site. I was like, that's cool, but how could I do it? Or what could I do to kind of make my mark on or do what I'd like to do with it. And for a few years there, my inspirations for YouTube were two particular channels, Smosh and I can't remember the words. I think it's JP World, something like that. But they used to do a show on there called "Is It a Good Idea to Microwave This?" And those two that show, and then Smosh in their early years were really like the catalyst to what I wanted to do. Because 2011, 2012, 2013, I was really trying to do more skit stuff and more things that around that time YouTube was doing, or that was YouTube. Now, I was going by the fact that I really couldn't edit or didn't really know what filmmaking was or whatnot. I was just kind of seeing what I was seeing on video and trying to duplicate it. But I was learning as I went, and I did get better. And eventually, when I got more into broadcasting and stuff, inspirations like people that I work with now, people like that are very huge inspirations to me. And I feel like there are more that I can't think of right off the top of my head. But yeah, I think I got the big ones. I think I got the big ones out.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Now, Keith, you brought up Smosh, and I just want to take just a quick second and quote a specific Jedi Master by the name of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Smosh. Now, that's a name I've not heard in a long time. A long time.
Yo, they were supposed to come back like 2 or 3 years ago. They actually got the rights to their name back. There was a huge thing for years about them where they sold their rights to Maker, and then that got shut down, and they didn't have the ownership of it. And I guess Anthony and Ian, who were the original guys, split, but then they both got access to it again. And for like a good solid year, like 2 or 3 years ago, they were back, and they were doing the same skits that they were doing back around that time, back in like 2011 and 2012. And then they said they weren't going to go away. And then one day they said, hey, we're going to take a break for Christmas or the holidays or whatnot. We'll be back. Haven't seen them together really since doing the same skits.
Wow.
Like,
I actually didn't know that stuff was going on. They just kind of dropped off the face of the earth, and I was just like, what happened?
I mean, they were still around, and I guess this channel's still going. And they came. I equate it to like, you know how Paramount is bringing out these Mike Judge shows, or Hulu's bringing out the Mike Judge shows like Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill, or whatnot, and they might get like a season or two return, but then they're just gone again. Like they're not in their heyday. They're not back doing like 8, 10 seasons or whatnot. They get 2, and then they're gone again. It's like they're still really good, or were really good at doing what they were doing, but why'd they have to go away again?
Maybe they ran out of material.
I
Maybe they got
suppose.
tired.
I like that Beavis and Butthead came back though. Like Beavis and Butthead's got like 3 seasons under their belt since they came back,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually seems like they're going to keep going.
Yeah, I
So
still
that's-
haven't seen that.
Oh, so
Yeah.
there is another season? I thought it ended in like 2023.
No, they're still going.
Really? Well, I need to check. I
Yeah,
need to check that now.
Yeah, I've been
Damn.
seeing clips here and there on the new Beavis and Butthead.
I've watched a few episodes. It's pretty good.
oh, they're great. Honestly, the new ones are some of them are funnier than the old ones.
I was going to say, like, because whenever they came back, if I compare it to the old ones, it's like, yeah, they have to do like modern, more different things, like review like TikToks and whatnot, because the music isn't nearly the same like it used to be. But when you get to the actual cartoons or whatnot, they're actually not only quality wise, because that's obvious, but the content is just so much funnier.
It is.
It is.
I like it though that they're not. You know, they still do music videos from time to time, But I like it that they do the TikToks and the YouTubes and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I do
that.
too.
Yeah, because you
Because
have to evolve with
like-
that, and there's so much stuff like YouTube and TikTok is in comparison to, because back then it made sense because you didn't have nearly as much you could talk about, and what you could talk
Yeah.
about was all on their particular channel, and MTV was all about the music back then, so of course you're going, or more about the music back then, not like it was even a few years before Beavis and Butthead came on, but still, that's beside the point. But they could definitely get away with it and do more music at that time. Now, there's so many other things that they can rip on or whatnot. It's just like how we talked about either last week or week before, if like MTV's extra channels are really necessary. I don't really think talking about music is that necessary. How many times can you have Beavis and Butthead rip on something that isn't like AC/DC or Metallica related, you know?
Yeah.
And they give
know,
credit
like
where
the-
credit's due to some newer artists or whatnot. Sometimes they hear you hear them talk and you think they're not going to like give them credit, and all of a sudden they're like, huh, "Yeah, this rocks."
Like the ones that stick out in my head the most though, the new season is the one on how to make tattoo ink in prison. They're watching a YouTube or something of the guy talking about how to do tattoo ink in prison, and it's hilarious.
I don't think I've seen
Then
that.
it's good, like because the guy's super like redneck, and you know you could tell he just got out of prison and he's teaching all this, and like Beavis and Butthead's like, you know, what accent is this? And they're like, it's his prison accent. And what was it that he kept saying? You know, collecting soot in a box, but he was saying it really, really southern. So they start talking like him. He's like, yeah, you let the soot settle, and they're talking about talking about his mom not making him fried chicken if he uses up all of her soot. You know, said damn it, boy, said, what if I kill your daddy and I have to tattoo a teardrop under my eye? What do I do if I don't have no soot? You know, like they're around. It's hilarious. But the one that got me the best though was it was an episode of an MTV show called I think it's Ghosted. Have y'all heard of this show?
Oh my gosh, I hope it's the one. I'm hoping that it is.
I think I remember that
think-
one.
Oh, please let it be what
Yeah,
you're talking
like
about.
the dude tells the girl, because it's a show about like these people are dating and then one ghosted the other one, and they bring them together to say why they ghosted them. Yeah, he ghosts the woman because she was a sex addict, and like this woman was hot, and he's like, I ghosted you because you're addicted to sex, and Beavis and Butthead are like, oh, what? and I think Beavis is like, I think he's saying that, you know, he ghosted her because she wants to have sex too much. And like Beavis he's like, you know, there's children in other countries that's starving and they get laid and they get to have some, but I don't. And he's like, and this lousy, ungrateful son of a bitch is over here ghosting this hot chick. And he flips out, like he picks up a rock and throws it at the TV, and he's stomping the TV. And Butthead's like, you know, for once, Beavis, I'm not going to say settle down. Yeah, and he's like, he's encouraging Beavis to just beat the shit out of the TV. That one had me like on the floor, like rolling, giggling.
Yeah, that would definitely. I'm gonna have to watch that.
That was like one of the
Yeah,
last ones I
it's-
watched, and God, I remember
Yeah,
it so well.
You could look it up on YouTube, but I think you just look up Beavis and Butthead Ghosted episode, and it'll show it.
Oh, it's so funny.
And then there's the ASMR one.
Oh my
it's just
God,
like this-
yeah.
It's this really, really cute chick, and she's, you know, whispering into it.
yeah.
She's got like she's got like a box of markers, and she's opening it next to the microphone and running the marker across the markers, and like Beavis and Butthead are just like talking real quiet because they're like, you know, this is really cool. You know, they're talking about the ASMR, and they're just really quiet when they talk about it. And finally, Beavis like asks a question at normal volume, and Butthead slaps the shit out of him for it. He ruined the ASMR. But like before that, he gives him a quiet smack. Like you barely hear it. It's like, you know, ASMR smack. And Beavis is like that made my scalp tingle, you know. And it's stupid. But it's gotten better since it came back. Honestly, yeah.
This is given us a point where it's time for a new bit that you all are not going to like. It is now time for STPP ASMR. Shut the fuck up. Welcome to the Speed Podcast. It's now time.
I could talk like this the rest of my life.
Just be quiet for twice and listen to the sound. Down the pencil's going. West. Whispering, you son
See, now from now on, like every episode, we're just gonna have to have like 2 minutes where we just talk really quiet.
So, you get for that. You get one, sir. That was something that happened this year, I suppose. And honestly, future Keith, if that's not a short that comes out, I'm going to be very mad at you. Me.
I agree.
Him. That's confusing. Anyway, so in particular for this one, I'll start with you, Druid. What do you have any kind of plans for your Twitch channel, or are you just going to kind of keep it going as it is right now and see what happens?
I definitely plan on. Well, I have things going on. Like I actually everything I do right now is off of my PlayStation 5. I have a very, very nice PC sitting right here, but my GPU is just slightly out of date. So when I pull up a game plus OBS and I'll get it all going, it'll just cut my stream or it just lags so bad. So I plan on upgrading my PC, and actually I have a YouTube, and I plan on doing more with it. Like a lot of it's gonna be on TikTok, and but once I upgrade my GPU and everything, I have everything to have a whole flipping, like, sit here and watch videos and do commentary that comes off of my social media. And I used to, I don't think, well, Instagram I probably wouldn't do that because there's, all it gives me is like chicks and rock and roll and conspiracy theory stuff. So like,
that's not right up your alley.
I mean, it is, but dude, I know Instagram is spicy. I don't care what anybody says. Instagram, you're spicy. All you give me is chicks jiggling parts and manipulating the camera because like their nipples like right here, and they'll be like, and show you, and then put it down. But where the camera is like this, they get by with it all day long. I swear to Jeebus, I will. You can save some of the videos. I'll save some of the videos. I'll send you guys some. It's like they think I like. I guess. I mean, I like pretty goth girls and fishnets and stuff. I don't mind getting that. But I mean, like, if I'm sitting here talking to my son and I'm just flipping through Instagram, I like the political and news and metal and goth and art and all this cool, you know. That's so many other things you could be sending me, and they do, but all of a sudden I'll be flipping through, and then big old fat with the chick lifting her hand and then putting it down, so it shows her everything. And I'm like, my kid's sitting right here, you know, after showing him a cool video or something, you know. So I don't ever know when the hell it's going to come up, but it comes up a lot, like all day.
You have to be careful saying those words. Jack is very afraid of. Just to FYI.
Those are my favorite things.
Well, I thought those were. He says they are too, but we established back the holidays that he's just afraid of them, man.
He must have got
Yeah, look who I'm engaged to. Yeah, I'm definitely afraid.
Which booby hurt?
I thought that was a laugh from the background, but it was Jedi's dog, and I immediately started cracking up inside, thinking for a second that was like the funniest crack up ever.
That be my good boy.
And see, like, Donna doesn't even know what I was saying about her, so she just, like, popped open, because she was in the shower, and she popped open the bathroom door and was just flipping me off.
Oh, she had an idea. Jedi, your opinion.
I'm sorry, I can't even remember what we were talking about to begin with.
Jedi.
Oh yeah, I plan on doing more with like my Twitch. I do. Once I upgrade my GPU and get my stuff back, I will definitely be doing more. Yeah.
Good. Cool. I'm glad. I also have a sorry. I also have a way to that if you do let me
Coolest forever.
let me ask this before I go into that though. Do you have a laptop?
Do I have a laptop?
Yes. Because I might have a way.
But it's very out of date. I need a good one. So that may be something I invest in as well.
I was going to say a way that you could circumvent that, sorta, is do your main gaming on there, and then just put the display out to the laptop.
I do have an Elgato. What do you call those cards?
I know what you mean.
Capture card.
Capture card.
Capture card. Yeah, I've got one of the new, not the brand newest one, but the one before that. I've got that one.
Well, that might actually work. So with even in your older system, OBS should still work because it's open source and everything. Just download OBS, put the Elgato into OBS. It should work, like I said, and then just connect your new computer with that into the new one, and then just stream through, if it can handle it, stream through the laptop while you're gaming through the main desktop. Yeah.
Got you. I've been using, I don't know, it's in a weird way, I can use it with my PlayStation, and I tried that through my computer and the PlayStation, and I think it was just too much. You're right, I need to get a laptop, and I could use it through either one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a good way to where you don't have to do all that on your desktop, but it does sound like you need an upgrade for the desktop. That would help, but that is also a workaround if you need it.
Got you.
Yeah.
This is good enough to run. It's just once I start, I don't know, I literally use Grok and stuff to give it my specs, and then ask it what's the best next update for my computer and stuff. And it told me it should be able to run through the Elgato card to my PlayStation with my PC. And it literally tells me it's less than a generation too old, and it's my GPU that needs to be updated. So
interesting.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get like a really good GPU because the rest of it's super up to date.
Yeah.
Even though I put it together in like 2021, 2022.
Yeah, just get you a new graphics card and you'll be good.
Yeah.
All right.
Then I'm going to be everywhere. I'm going to have like my reactionary videos to metal. I'm going to go through like Osman, what's his name? I don't know. You know, people always like, well, you'll see their face, but it's like they're scrolling through their social media stuff and then reacting to all the videos on Instagram and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
I have all kinds of opinions about it that comes on that.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get in some trouble for some of them, but I'm going to give it to people.
You got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
So, we are getting later in the show here. I think before we get to plugs and whatnot, we are going to play a very mini game of Discuss
Oh,
or
boy.
Destroy. Now, with this one, if you all have looked in the rundown, which I did send you all late, so I apologize for that. This could go pretty long, but I would appreciate it if it did not. So what I'm going to do, as I am thinking of that, since we got so many people, I do want to allow time for it, but we gotta get things going where I started so late, and I apologize for that. I am going to put a 5-minute timer on. Each one of you guys, I don't want to do this. I'm not interested. I am the host of Discuss or Destroy. I am not the participant. But all three of you, for the first time, will be participants. First time we've had multiple, I think.
Cool.
So, I'm going to give you all the chance to discuss or destroy, whether you want to talk about it or not. But if you discuss it, you have 5 minutes to discuss. Just 5 minutes. Because of the limited time on that, I will do both. So we should have enough time for both. So let's go ahead and start with the traditional option of J-Bomb, who's done all of these except for, I think, the last one, because that was old Druid's first time. Real quick. Gross. Anyway, so I also was looking for some kind of reaction, did not get it. Let's move on. So, J-Bomb, discuss or destroy remakes versus reboots in media.
You mean like movies and stuff?
Yeah, like a remake. It could be movies, it could be TV shows, games, whatnot. Just their remakes
that.
or reboots. Discuss?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
You have 5 minutes starting right now. What do you think?
Me personally, I think that it's one of those double-edged sword kind of deals, because there's certain things I think that it's cool that they remade or rebooted, and then I feel like there's some things you should have left the hell alone. For example, The Crow would be one of them. They remade The Crow, and I mean, it was a decent movie. You know, Bill Skarsgård's a good actor and all, but you should have just left The Crow alone. You can't do any better than when Brandon Lee done it. And it's just something that should be left as it is, because it's great as it is and should never be copied. Yeah.
I understand that 100%.
But I mean, then there's other things that they reboot or whatever, and turns out good. You know, we were talking about Beavis and Butthead earlier. You know, they rebooted Beavis and Butthead, and it turned out awesome. They rebooted King of the Hill, and I watched that season, and it wasn't as good as the original, but it wasn't bad. So yeah, reboots, I guess it's all about who's handling it, and in my opinion, it's also if that person that is handling it actually has any kind of love for it, because I've seen a lot of movies or TV shows come out to where you could tell that the person that made it just wanted to make it, and they didn't have any passion for the product and its originality, and to cut it all up. Like I hate when they do that.
I understand that.
Druid, Jedi, y'all want to weigh in on this?
All right, so let me go ahead and reset that then. Maybe 5 minutes was a little too much, but if you need it, that's perfectly fine. Let us move on to one of them, though. If I can get my timer to work. Come on! There we go. So, I am going to pose this same question to Jedi now. If he wants to discuss it or destroy it, and since he brought it up in the notes, I'm pretty sure he would like to discuss it. But I'll bring up the question. Jedi, discuss or destroy?
Oh, of course I want to talk about it.
All right, you have up to 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Well, for me, like I'm also on the same page as J-Bomb. Like when it comes to remakes and reboots, like it's a very double-edged sword. Like it all comes down to like the person that's making it, if they actually have love for the source material and like actually studied it. it could turn out to be good, and then there are some cases where they actually end up screwing it up all once everything's all said and done. And like one remake that I got in mind, in particular, is the RoboCop remake back in 2014. That one was a very divisive one. And like one of the things I enjoyed about the RoboCop remake was they made RoboCop more mobile, because in the original one he basically moved like a tank. He was very slow, but in the remake they actually made him more mobile and made him faster. And also, one thing they changed, they made him wield two guns instead of one. Like one was a taser pistol and one was a submachine gun, and I kind of dig that. Now, that's one of the other things I like, but the one thing that really kind of swayed people away from it was the fact they dialed down everything. Like, the original one was rated R, but with this remake, they ended up making it PG-13. But everybody was very turned off about that decision. But, like, they make a lot of callbacks to the original, but I guess, like, they feel like it's very phoned in. But as far as, like, reboots go, another good example was, like, within, like, DC Comics, like, how they did so many iterations of Batman. Like, there were some of them that were really good, and then there were some of them that were, like, very split down the middle, and then of course, there was ones that were awful. George Clooney, but
You didn't like the bat
one,
nipples?
what?
I say you didn't like the bat nipples? Come on now.
But
What about the
anyways,
bat
go
credit
on.
card?
But no disrespect to George Clooney because he's a good actor. But the reboot that I really enjoyed, like when it comes to Batman, was the 2022 version, the Batman with Robert Pattinson. I liked how grounded it was. I liked that it was taking place during his second year as Batman. He's not really 100% experienced just yet. He's not the world's greatest detective, so to speak. And like whenever he's fighting, he still gets beat up. Like he is not like countering every single enemy that's around him. He's still getting hit. He's still getting shot. He still gets a few hits in and still able to take everybody out, but he's still not like 100% the Dark Knight just yet. But there's a lot of stuff that I really like about that iteration of Batman, and I like how he's still trying to like grapple like the whole dual personality thing with both Bruce Wayne and Batman, and also like being like he's basically trying to be a symbol of fear, but he ends up becoming a symbol of hope in the end of the movie. And then this next installment, a part of the
You have 1
Batman
minute.
saga, like it's going to tackle like with Batman, like Bruce Wayne's guilt of what happened at the end of the first Batman movie. But that's like the couple of movies that I really think of when it comes to remakes versus reboots. Like that one, like the RoboCop remake, sort of was just but the Batman, it's another one of my favorite like Batman movies. The 1989 Batman
30
movie,
seconds.
all-time favorite, but the Batman from 2022, close second.
There you go.
But that's my take.
Nice. Man, you almost used up your full time. What are you doing? Now that's what I want. I appreciate that. All right, Druid. Up to you now. Discuss or destroy. Remakes versus reboots in media.
Remakes versus reboots. I guess I can talk about that for a minute.
All right. Well, you got 5 of them, so go ahead.
Well, all the time in the world. Oh, I guess this would be not quite current, but there's a band they're all right. They're pretty good. But they remade a What's the Cranberry song that everybody loves?
Zombies.
Yeah,
Bad Wolves.
yeah. Bad Wolves. Just at the beginning, it just got. I don't know. I don't know why, but like most of the rest of the song is great, but and I just don't like that somehow, and it really irks me. And I don't know why. 'Cause I've always thought in my head, you know, it'd be awesome if somebody like really like metalcore or new metaled that out, you know.
Yeah.
And they did a damn good job, and everybody loves it. But I don't know. It was just something about the way he starts it out. It just sounds like he's like a bigger, musclier Kurt Cobain with marbles in his mouth. And I like Kurt Cobain, but I mean, you know what I'm talking about? How he sings, it's like he's got marbles in his mouth or something. And
Yeah.
he does that at the beginning of it, and I don't know why it irks me so bad, but it does. So I feel like I mean, I'm like the double-edged sword thing. It's like, you know, not even that. It's like I guess I like most of the song. I think they did a good job, so I can't say I guess they shouldn't never done it, but I will say that it is just not the same. And that I even get the slight feeling like it's the same, except for he fucks that up at the beginning for me. Excuse my language. But as far as like movies or something goes, I just, to be honest, I just don't watch movies very often anymore. So if I had to do a comparison, I would have to be something like by the years and how it's changed, because I remember when movies kicked, and I don't feel like many of them do anymore. So
Right.
I'm not even that. I mean, I'm not all that old. It's just that I feel like in the past 20 years, the like closer you get to 2025, the more on they have become. For some reason, I just don't like them as much, so I don't really watch a lot of them. If my son doesn't be like, "Hey, let's watch this," I mean, I'm introducing him into things like the Goonies and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like he watched that compared to he watches today, and he tripped on that. He loved it. He was like, "Oh my God, Dad,
Yeah.
why didn't you show me this before?" You know, and I'm like, I didn't think you'd even like it really, but I just figured I'd make you watch something that I watched when I was a kid, you know. And I can see the incredible comparison. He likes movies and stuff today. I mean, he loved Five Nights at Freddy's. You know, he's a little kid, but he likes horror movie-ish things like Goosebumps and stuff like that. I introduced him to Goosebumps, and he tripped on that. So it seems like the older stuff, even, you know, like my 10-year-old gets down on more than some of the material that's come out now. So
yeah. Now since you're more of a gamer, what about got 50 seconds left here. What about video games in particular, like the Final Fantasy VII remakes doing that, or Resident Evil in particular? That's probably better.
Right. Okay. It again, I guess we all agree on the fact that it is just depends on how much love they have for that actual thing. I feel like if somebody gets a hold of it that has a passion,
30
and,
seconds,
like loved it, then it does turn out good. But there are definitely some remakes that like Ninja Gaiden is amazing. Like,
so I've heard
they've put that out from way back in the day, you know, from like the 90s and stuff. So, and they did an amazing job. And I think that's pretty good. I'd keep that one definitely for sure.
Cool deal. Wrapped it up right at the buzzer. So we will go on to one more mini discuss or destroy topic here. And I'm going to keep this even quicker so you will, because I know someone in particular that would probably go very long with it. So, discuss or destroy, I am going to start with Druid this time. We're going to go the other way. So you ended us last time. You will start this time. Discuss or destroy your thoughts on Marvel going into 2026 with Avengers Doomsday coming up later this year. You said you are not that much of a movie watcher, so you could easily destroy it. But if you do have an opinion, discuss or destroy.
I can discuss some. I'm not gonna lie. I've along with movies, comics, and some other things like sports, I've stopped watching as much because they just seemed not the same. So again, I guess I'm getting old, and I think that a lot of the newer stuff isn't nothing like what it should be. So if it comes to, like, I don't know. I feel like that if they stay true to what the characters and everything are supposed to be like, they will go far. That's what I think.
Oh, yeah.
And the more they stray, like, play with the characters and stray from what the creators meant for them to be, I've noticed the more people are like, what, why? And, like, for instance, like he was talking about RoboCop, one of the most bad concepts in the world. You can't throttle that. Put that shit out where he is killing people, blowing in the suspect's head, blow off their shoulders when they try to, rob somebody. I mean, he is the freaking robot. He is a robot man. A robot man. You don't restrict that man.
You got 45 seconds.
He will grab you and be like, so if they do that same concept with comics and with that remake, I think they'll hit gold. But if they don't stay true to the trueness of the characters and what they were meant to be,
I understood that raspberry so much. All right, Jedi. You have 2 minutes. I already know it's going to be discussed, so I give you the question. Thoughts
yeah, come on. You know me, pal.
Discuss or destroy, Jedi.
Okay, we're definitely going to discuss this.
2 minutes starts right now.
Because, my God, I'm definitely looking forward to this movie. And I already got plans to watching it. And, like, after this previous teaser that they released with the X-Men, I definitely feel like I'm going to cosplay a Cyclops whenever I go.
There you go.
Yeah. Like, out of all the teasers that they showed, like, they showed Steve Rogers coming back, Thor's coming back, the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four, they're going to be teaming up and helping each other out. But, like, this X-Men teaser that they recently showed, like, I feel like this one tops all of them. And one of the things I'm hoping to see in the movie, like, I hope they somewhat adapt it, is like Avengers versus X-Men, because they did do a storyline where the Avengers and X-Men kind of squared off with each other. So I'm hoping that they adapt that a little bit into
1 minute.
Doomsday. And like, first they fight and trying to settle their differences with each other, and then eventually Doctor Doom makes Battle World, and then the Fantastic Four, X-Men, the Wakandans, and everybody starts teaming up with one another to take down Doctor Doom. And then, from what I know, after Secret Wars, Franklin Richards is going to reboot the entire MCU. So the Avengers will end, and then the mutant saga with the X-Men will begin after that.
Cool. Good deal.
But all in all, I'm very
15?
much looking forward to the movie.
I want to see a Teen Titans movie.
Now, that would be awesome. I hope they do that with DC.
That'll probably happen one day, as popular as Teen Titans has been.
You would think, yeah.
But they'll do Teen Titans Go. You watch it. That's the problem.
I would watch it. Me and my kid watch it, but I would so prefer if they would do it like they did the original.
Yeah.
It would be so. It don't mess up like you did like Avatar: The Last Airbender. All you had to do is follow the exact same way they did in the damn original cartoon and the movie, and that would have been blah.
All right, Jack. It's up to you now. Discuss or
I
destroy.
discuss.
Okay.
I discuss because I grew up loving comic books, and X-Men was my favorite. So with what Jedi brought up with the X-Men being introduced into it, I'm all in now. I was all in though when I found out Robert Downey Jr. was going to be Doctor Doom. That's a cool transition of using
No doubt.
using the Tony Stark that turned into Doctor Doom to do it, because it gives all kinds of potential for interactions like between Spider-Man and Doctor Doom and stuff like that. But yeah, with the X-Men being introduced, it's just that little extra icing on the cake, honestly. Because I'm excited to see who all will end up popping up in this. Me being the Wolverine fan I'd love to see Wolverine drop in, and maybe even Deadpool pop up. But yeah, with Marvel, I have a lot of faith in Marvel movies. Some of them do tarnish that faith a little bit.
Yeah.
But like with the last Fantastic Four, they done really good with it.
I agree.
And I think that you add that Fantastic Four in with your classic X-Men and then all these notable kick Avengers, it's got the potential to be really cool. So yeah, I got hopes for it, and I hope to God they don't screw it up. Because Disney does have a tendency to sometimes kick Marvel characters or fuck up really good Star Wars stuff. And that's always a fear in the back of my mind anytime Disney makes anything.
No, I got you. Because you can't trust them. You can't trust them to keep their consistency, good or bad.
No.
Unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, to Disney, it's all about the money.
Oh, all about the money.
Yeah.
That's where they went wrong.
Yeah.
And when you lose the heart and the artisticness of it all, then... And I could tell it was a lot of things they've done has just been what they thought would be popular. So...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely...
They're so out of touch, they don't know what's popular anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely the quantity over quality scenario.
Yeah. And nowadays it just feels like movies are made as a marketing campaign. Like we made this really cool movie, but we only made it so you'll buy your kids the toys, and you'll buy the blankets and the sheets, and the it's all just now a marketing campaign.
Right.
And that's the way Disney looks at it. It's like, we just made The Mandalorian. What kind of Grogu can we make next that people will buy?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I wish I had more of an opinion. I don't. Anyways.
Yeah, for the guy that went to college for film, he don't
That's my opinion.
I got a cat.
I noticed the cat and my ADHD was going crazy because I was trying to also listen to Jedi, and all of a sudden there was a cat on screen.
Yeah, he came up and got on me, so I had to love him. I was like, okay.
That kind of reminds me of Bubblegum a little bit.
Like, I hollered at him that whole time. Y'all guys heard me. And you know where he was?
Where was
There's a heater vent right underneath my chair.
Ah.
He was sitting underneath my computer chair, just curled up in a ball, passed out. I was like, you little...
I was going to say, Jedi, he does look very Bubblegum-esque.
Yeah.
Only Bubblegum has more fur.
Yeah, she is a very floofy cat.
Yeah.
His name is Ghost. He will do what he just did. You can't find him, and all of a sudden he's like poof, he's right there.
Hello, Mr. Kitty.
Like a little ghost.
I hope for that to one day be Silk Speed. By the way, still working on him. Haven't got.
I was actually going to ask you about that. I was like, so what's up with your puppy?
He's getting
honestly,
better.
I already had it planned up I already had it planned to bring up the dog, but I was going to wait for the after show.
Oh, right. I should have done that.
Well, I was going to say it is later here for us recording, and I don't need to keep you all up that long, so we may skip the after show this week. I've already screwed up
Okay.
with the timing and whatnot.
You're not feeling good, so I say we skip the after show.
I'm
But
good
I
with
do,
that.
Yeah,
We got the content we were supposed to make.
Yeah.
So,
but before we close all this out, we do got to talk about the dog. I seen the pictures.
Yep.
The dog's getting closer. He's getting closer,
Mm-hmm.
and
you got a puppy dog.
He's going to possibly be eating out of my hand within the next couple of weeks. I know it.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be like, "Who's your puppy?"
Oh yeah, I'm going to be taking him to the friggin' PetSmart and whatnot, getting him a bunch of dog stuff or whatnot. And he's a hound, so he could just be outside and whatnot. Don't have to worry about him so much. I just worry about him just where it's going to be so cold here. Where this episode's going to be released, it's supposed to be really cold, and where he's still a stray, he's not really my dog yet. As previously mentioned, can't really do anything with that because he won't come to us. But I was talking to my dad and whatnot, who kind of relaxed me. He said he's a hound. He's found shelter back where he is staying right now. So he's got a place to go to get warm if it's way too cold, and he's got a place to sleep. So that's at least a good thing. I really wish he would come to a warmer area. But apparently he's going to be okay.
You don't have a garage or anything, do you?
I do have a garage, and he's finally starting to come in the garage. The problem is that once he realizes that door is going to shut on the garage, he whips his little butt out of there. He bolts out of there.
Like, can you close your garage to where it's just like open, like
back in
foot or so? So you could put him a bowl of food out there, and he could go in there, and maybe put him a little bed.
Well,
that way he kind of get used to it.
Well, we do have his bowl and stuff next to the door to the garage. The problem is that my dad is leasing the garage out, and he has a bunch of stuff in there. He doesn't really want any kind of like openings or whatnot to get into to his stuff that's in there, which I completely understand.
Gotcha.
And I don't know what he'd do. He'd probably poop in the garage anyways. He's a little hound, and he's wild, technically a stray, so I really don't want him like going in the garage and pooping everywhere. He's not eating anymore, but I can already hear my grandfather yelling at me because he got poop on the ground.
Damn dog in my house.
But my uncle was telling me about that earlier. He's like, oh, he can't be an inside dog. And I was like, well, why not? He was like, well, because he'd get in there, he'd tear your house up, and he'd just shit everywhere. I'm just like, oh, well, that sucks.
Definitely wouldn't be a... Yeah, you could probably tame him and teach him, but definitely not a kind of dog, because I've had beagles. You don't want to leave that thing in the house by itself.
No.
Yeah, I'll tear it up.
Just got to be careful with the little guy, and hopefully he is staying warm. And here next week we'll talk about whenever we get past done with the plugs and whatnot. But hopefully by next week we will have him, and then when we actually come to a more up-to-date episode, then hopefully I can say, hey, I've been able to pick the little dog up, Hopefully.
Yeah.
Speaking of plugs,
maybe one day we'll be doing an episode, and that dog will be sitting on your lap while you're
probably.
Oh, let me tell you, if that comes, there will be an episode where he is right here, and you will have to like yell at me to take him down, even like unless he like really wants to get down, because I know he will. I'll be like, no. I'm kidding. I'm not going to force him to stay up here, but he will definitely start the episode up here. Everyone else has had their dog on.
It'd be like the old cartoon. Just holding the dog, going, I would love him and squeeze him and pet him. No, you're not going to wake him.
Yeah, you're not leaving anywhere. This is my papa, and you will be mine forever.
Now, if we're going to have a pet episode, Keith can have his dog, Dwayne can have his cat, J-Bomb can have his dog, and then I'll bring Bailey back here.
You have to have the cross-eyed.
Bring back the pug.
Yeah, you have to have the pug. That's the only way we do that is if you brought back the pug.
That pug just be looking at you, and the eyes are going this way.
No, well, hold on. Jedi, you say bring Bailey back. We've already seen Bailey both on the after show and this episode. Or no, we haven't. Anyways, they saw him on the after show. They can see him on the after show later. But you got to bring Bubblegum.
That is very true. I do need to bring Bubblegum back here in a future episode.
Yeah, and then we could equal it up. 2 cats, 2 dogs.
Sure. Very true.
Well,
that is very true.
Because I also got a white husky named Annie that'll probably be in the background at some point in time.
That's true. Just bring them all. You know what? Screw it. Just have them all. Let's just have an animal throwdown. Animal throwdown.
I don't know how
itching or something. I'll catch it.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how I could bring. I don't know how I could bring Barrett on here. He's 90 pounds. He'd take up more of the damn camera than me.
That's not hard.
But I could have one of the snakes around my neck. You know, I could bring in one of the snakes.
That would be unique. That'd be unique. And you know what? I thought of a good way that we could also do it to help save the planet some. We could do a donation. Why are we talking about behind the scenes on the main show? This is after show stuff. We're not having one this week. But
whoops.
Anyway, we could do. Why don't you listen to the after show? Now, I did say that we are not going to do it this week. I have been feeling under the weather, and I apologize because I don't even have last week's episode up yet. But it's getting worked on. Just a lot of stuff that I've been dealing with, just a lot. Life's a lot, and I'm one man. Calm down. At least I got Jedi here now to kind of put some of that stuff on. So, if you want to go ahead and listen to the older episodes of Save the After Show, that's $5 a month. And want to thank both of our patrons. The $5 a month tier goes to Donna. Thank you so much for that. Jack, your thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and we also have a $1 tier. Thank you, Brandy, for being our $1 tier member. For $5 a month, you get everything, included with the $1 tier, which we'll talk about in a second. $5 tier, though, is particularly for the after show, where we talk another 20, 30 minutes, just off-the-cuff stuff that we did during the show, and stuff like we just previewed. We would talk about behind-the-scenes stuff and kind of give ideas before the show and after the show, whatever, you know. $1 tier, you get a little bit more, but you don't get the after show. Sorry. Have to cut off somewhere. You do get STPP Uncensored, as well as Video MO, which is On My Own, my video game podcast. And that is just $1 a month, plus you get your name shouted out on the main show. So, there you go. And the Patreon link, because I'm running out of things to say, and I feel like my voice is starting to get worse here. Patreon.com/STPP with Jack and Keith. Patreon.com/STPPWJACK letter N KEITH. For now, that is the link until I can finally change it. It's just coming up soon. I've been waiting for the Facebook one to allow me to change that name so I could get everything changed up all at once. But that's the Patreon. Go there, listen to us, and support, and we appreciate it. Druid, go ahead and promote your TikTok and your Twitch, please.
Yes, you can find me on TikTok and Twitch as Bleeding, BLEEDING 84. Usually Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, but I'm soon changing the schedule due to I would like to make more room for the podcast. So I'll update you soon, but it's still kind of Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 8 p.m. roughly. It's 8 to 9 p.m. And yeah, that's it.
Cool deal. Jedi, your turn. Plug your Twitch and whatever you want to do.
Well, my Twitch is Zachary Grady 96. I stream on Fridays and Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm currently playing through Resistance Fallen Man. Got 4 chapters left, and I'm also currently playing through Tomb Raider Anniversary. Now, as far as Resistance goes, I have no idea what other game I'm going to be streaming next, so stay tuned for that. And also, I got a YouTube channel as well. It is also Zachary Grady 96, but if you put the Zach Attack 200 on the search bar, I should pop up. And I just recently uploaded two unboxing videos and reviews on the Sabine Wren and the Balin Skull Force Effects Elite lightsabers. And they are awesome. And I also uploaded a very recent short on YouTube as well. But feel free to hit the subscribe button on that. And also on my TikTok, if I could pull it up, excuse me. It is also Zachary Grady 96. I've been posting a lot more on there as well. So feel free to give me a follow on there. Show all the love, all the support. It is very much appreciated.
Jack, show off your shirt real quick.
Have you been reading it?
I've noticed it several times.
I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right.
There you go. Got nothing to plug, but hey, at least you got a cool shirt.
Yeah, Donna's mom got me this for Christmas, and I was like, that is the perfect damn shirt for me.
Pretty perfect. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. Y'all know me. It's perfect. So yeah, that's great.
All right. Well, I think it is time now for the end of the show, and we always like to end it with some advice, and this advice comes from Jedi, or at least he found the quote. So, +2 to you, Jedi.
Well, the advice that I chose for
But
this
you're not
week-
the one that's saying it, so I'm kidding. I can't do that. I can't do that.
That is it.
I can't do
I'm busting out the orange lightsaber thing. I'm just like that is
That was
it.
great. That was great.
Pretty perfect.
Yeah, luckily you're one of my buddies. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm one of your buddies, but we had an epic lightsaber duel the last time you were on. What are you talking about? This isn't the first rodeo.
Yeah, this ain't the first rodeo, cowboy.
Tell us the advice this week, then.
Okay, with no interruptions. Thank you very much. But on the real, the advice that I chose for this week is surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher, from Oprah Winfrey. And that means like surrounding yourself with people that can help you mentally, emotionally, those who push you on like a more positive path. Like, for example, like I've got a whole bunch of people that push me on a much better path compared to where I was a decade ago. Like, I got my family, my friends, the club, of course, and just a really big supportive backbone. And I will admit, like, there has been some people I had to cut off this year because they just weren't doing any good to my mental health, my emotional health, and I just had to leave them where they belong in the past. And it's always very, very important to surround those who can, like, guide you, help you on any particular level. So that's sort of like the main reason why I chose that specific quote from Oprah Winfrey, because like I personally felt this very, very recently. So I'm very, very grateful and blessed to be surrounded by a whole bunch of people that not only lift me up, but also push me to the person that I'm striving to be. So that's the main the main inspiration for that quote that I chose.
Listen here, you look. If you ever do that thing again like that, tell me to calm down or whatever. Just because you're produced doesn't mean I can't duck your you. If you ever do. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Want to back that up?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right.
So be.
I'm sorry. All right. Before I get destroyed by a lightsaber, thank you all so much for listening and watching. Eventually, I love your faces. Jedi is the best producer I could ever have. And Jack, go ahead and take us out for the show.
So yeah, Keith's terrified of getting his hand chopped off. So yeah, he's gonna pull a Luke Skywalker and be like, ah. But no, thanks everybody for listening. Hope you enjoyed. It was a fun one. Keith is looking at his hand because he does need that, so he don't want to lose it. But anyway, you know what I was thinking about. But anyway, thanks everybody for listening. We'll catch you next time. As always, everybody be safe out there, especially with the weather being as it is, and what's to come and what has already happened, whatever. Be safe out there. Don't drink and drive. And as always, stay metal.